Hey, attention crypto gossipators, things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.
Hey guys, what is up? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I am as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So guys, we have pumped, we broke resistance lines, we proved many wrong, but now we are raising a new question. And that question, probably a lot of you have come across or at least have thought of this. Should we still buy Bone? I mean, should I still get more Bone? Is Bone still affordable? Is it still accessible? Or is it over? It's done. You know, we've seen Bone go too high and now it's too late, so we couldn't profit from this. So this is going to be a big question that's going to be raised a lot of the times, and I can see a lot of people being confused. So I need to talk about this. I need to address this issue because at the end of the day, you know, confusion will happen, but it's important that you go past your confusion and you are fixed with your thoughts and ideas and your plan is in place. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, that's where irrational behavior can happen. Action being taken that is going to ruin a lot of your plans, right? Because we are in a very exciting period, but we're also in a very sensitive period where people are questioning all the time, should they sell, should they buy, and a lot of different doubts will be arising. But luckily I'm here, and I am here to stay and calm you down, to motivate, put your hands up, and really guide you in that right direction. So as you know, Bone is the gas token. It has followed Bitcoin, Shiba has followed Bitcoin, Leash, everything, right? The whole ecosystem has exploded. We have been everywhere in the news. Everyone is talking about us because the pump has been beautiful. And I think the past 2 years, especially for Shiba, hasn't been the most exciting, and people were really starting to get angry. But guess what? People are excited. Back on track, you know, regardless of what is happening with the devs and all that stuff. Put it, you know, in the corner and start focusing in the bull run, right? And yeah, I'm of course going to discuss what is going on within the ecosystem, but for me also it is very important to focus on this bull run, and I don't want to make any mistakes. I don't want to cash out too early. I don't want to go in too late. You know, these things I want to prevent myself from actually going across, because otherwise it is going to ruin all my investment strategies and everything. So I'm extremely focused, and we need to talk about the big question, right? So should I buy? So first of all, very important, remember, you should only invest the money that you can afford to lose. Guys, if you really think of putting in money and you can't, you know, afford to lose it, then don't do it. It's too risky. As I've said it many times, as the video begins always, you know, by saying that this is not financial advice, blah blah blah. It's true. It's true, guys. I don't want to see you in the worst positions in your life because of an investment. Most likely this thing's going to go up, but there's always a percentage of everything, you know, going down. You never know. That's the thing. It's all very unpredictable. I mean, in life, there is nothing that is 100% certain. You could go outside and a car could run you over, and you just would never ever expect it. It's just that's how it works, that you can never expect certain things, but we can calculate the risk. And here we are calculating the risk, and hopefully you guys have invested the money that you can afford to lose or forget about or put to the side, that doesn't really, you know, basically that you don't depend on, that your food doesn't depend on, your rent, whatever payments that you need to make. Please make those payments, get everything settled, stabilize yourself, and then you can think of investing. Another point, now, you know, obviously Bone has gone up, peaked, now it's gone down a little bit whatsoever, but I'm looking at Bone pretty much at a rate of 1%, and 1% of its potential, of its whole potential, of its future potentials. Now, 1%, why am I saying 1%? Is because I genuinely believe that at some point, I don't know if it's this bull run, next bull run, but Bone should reach $100. Because if you look at it on paper, it looks incredible. we've got a lot of the exchanges that still need to list here. It is the gas token of SHIBARIUM. So if SHIBARIUM starts getting utilized, everybody needs this token, this gas token, which is Bone, right? Bone ShibaSwap, and it is extremely limited in supply. Guys, 230 mil, 250 mil with a circulating supply, it's very limited. These numbers are very easy to eradicate, to eliminate. Now we're floating around 160 mil in terms of circulating supply. Do you think it's very hard to lower the supply? Of course it's not. You get some big names, some investors, some projects all loading up on Bone, staking, and doing all sorts of things. Guess what? It's out of circulating supply. And what comes in is the demand. And that demand is going to be felt in the altcoin season. That's how crazy it's going to go. So as I've said, 1% of the potential. Now, are we going to reach $100 this bull run? I don't know exactly, right? So we should be looking at more than 10 bucks, right? And more than 10 bucks is still nice. You could go in right now, you're making a 10x. Well, more or less a 10x, 9x. But the point here is that we're definitely going up, and we don't know how far it's going to go, but the potential there is definitely, as you can see yourselves, guys, as people were starting to give up and say it's over and we should all blame Kusama and the dev team, guess what? We pumped, you know what? Pre-bull run. That's the beautiful thing. Now we're seeing Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. We are seeing everything rallying, everything's following Bitcoin, and we are pre-bull run. This isn't even supposed to be this great over time, right? But it's really beating and exceeding all the expectations. So can you just imagine when the serious time comes in, right? And I'm talking about the altcoin season, when things start going in the upsides and upswings and just taking the cryptos to levels that we haven't seen before, then guys, it is going to be very interesting, because the prices there are going to be breaking all resistance lines. I think these charts are going to have to be reprogrammed, and we're going to be seeing levels that we haven't seen on charts before. So a lot of exciting things will be coming. And right now we're just in the pre-bull run. Now, when is the big time happening? Now, at the end of this year, following up to 2025, the beginning of that year, this is going to be the interesting period of time. Now, what we are going to be seeing, right, is just that pre-bull run. Also, should you be buying, right? So answering the question, should you be buying? My question to that is, have you got a plan? Right? Have you got a plan? You must have written up a plan. You must have a strategy. Don't tell me that you are just investing based on emotions and based on what you are seeing. Now, if you have a plan, and if it suits your plan, if you have enough money, if you have enough knowledge as to what you want it to be and where could it potentially go, then yeah, follow your plan. If you need to load up, then load up. Because these prices are very cheap, as I've said, 1% of what we could potentially ever have in the future. And also, I mean, what are your expectations? Are you happy with a 10x? A lot of people are saying this, the minimum it could reach is 10 bucks. And if you were to invest now, you could make about 10x. Would you be happy with 10x? Do you want 15x? Do you want 20x? So it depends on how much and what you're looking at. Some people are very greedy. I know some people, they're like, well, I'll only I cash out if it reaches like 1000x. That's how people view it. And some people are more humble and they're like, look, I'll be happy with a 5x. And 5x is very realistic. So it depends what you want. And if you potentially, see a figure, a number, a return, and you're like, okay, so I want a 5x. Can this reach $5? Yes, it can. Bang. Invest. Right? And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you are also going to say, well, this could potentially dip again and it could go down in price. Why not? There could be a pullback. Remember, with every peak, there's always a pullback. There's always, a situation where things have to correct, right? There's a correction and it'll just correct itself, because obviously when it goes like this up, that's a momentum. So if you know anything about technical analysis, you know how these peaks work, right? It's not like it peaks and then it just carries on going up and up and up and up. At some point, yeah, you will find a support level. Hopefully it's above $1. If not, ladies and gentlemen, then again, a lot of people are going to be loading up because they've just gotten excited about what Bone could have done pre-bull run. And if they see it below $1, we could see a lot of buys. You know, the buying pressure is going to be very high here. So yeah, I mean, I get and I understand the question of should I buy, because you haven't seen this price in a while and it can seem a little bit expensive, but also very tempting because the FOMO right now is at peak. We're seeing levels of volume that we haven't seen before, 30 mil, 35 mil. We know it's possible. We know the price can move up. We don't even need, you know, the ecosystem, the devs, the bull run itself will push everything up. If you are very worried about who's managing this, it's going to be pushed up, like it or hate it. So hopefully that kind of like, I wouldn't say that it has answered your question exactly 100%, but it got you thinking, right? You've got a plan. Can you afford to lose the money? Well, can you afford not to lose, but to invest the money? And I mean, what do you want out of this? So if you can just kind of think of it and then take a decision based on these thoughts, then you are going to make some nice investments here. So if you have any thoughts, leave them down below in the comment section. Are you guys buying more Bone at these prices, or are you done? Is your bag nice and heavy? Also, don't forget to subscribe, turn that notifications bell on, and as usual, guys, big thank you to everyone. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.